I just got back from looking at a new property that we're taking on, that we're now the management company for, and the owners, I think, purchased it sight unseen. So they live in Hawaii. Pretty sure they've never seen the property. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. So it's a fully brand new, fully renovated, property. Everything's new, everything's gorgeous. Walking through the property, I just saw endless issues, including when flushed the toilet, that it leaked downstairs to the kitchen lights. These problems are just, these problems are just what we see with every single property, so-called turnkey property. And it drives me crazy when I actually see these other podcasts that all the information is extremely accurate at a lot of these other more credible real estate investing podcasts. The one thing I don't get is how, often you'll hear the podcaster talking about how you should buy a new turnkey property, a brand new property, because everything's brand new, nothing's going to break on you for several years, and it's going to be maintenance free. I mean, that's not the case. That's simply, absolutely, positively, I can't say it enough, is not the case. As a property management company owner, and we take on, I can't tell you how many new construction, brand new, empty lot, put in a foundation, build a brand new home, or new renovations where the property's a shell and somebody comes in and makes it new again, including that's what my wife and I do. We actually take shells when we make it new again. All of these properties, I can't say it enough, all of these properties go through a rather expensive stabilization period that exists at least through the first tenant, sometimes through the second tenant, because tenant tolerances are different. Some tenants might be willing to live with some issues, especially if everything is new, whereas in the second tenant's not willing to live through issues. So sometimes it'll take two tenants. But every property, so this property, for example, just had several places where water can get in that I noticed. The case of the plumbing issue that it had, this is very commonplace too, by the way, to where obviously they didn't tie in the toilet to the to the sewer pipe at all, to the drain, and the result of that is going to be pretty expensive. We might have to take out the ceiling, or at least hopefully just be able to resolve it from above, but I'm not positive that's the case. I also saw a place where the shower actually had the wall opposite the shower in the hallway was plastered over, meaning that somebody had an issue there as well. So, everything that's underneath the walls, pipes, electricity is now suspect. And it's very common for us to actually get to have outlets that actually were never actually even attached, to the power. I mean, this is just, it's not the rare property, it's every property. Every time we get on a brand new full renovation or brand new construction property, I know that we'll be experiencing considerable work orders coming in for it, considerable repairs. So I just want to put that out there. Should you not fully renovate a property? Should you not buy a new construction property? That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, however, is that these owners seem to be blindsided. So they are investing $X into this. They're not expecting to have to stabilize a property. Like I said, my wife and I, we take shells, we turn them into new properties, and often we have expenses as well. I mean, a common thing that happens, this happens with every property, is tile guys will go in and they will just dump their grout down the drain. So whatever's left over, they'll just dump the grout in the drain and they'll walk away. Nobody's living in the house. The grout just sits there. It is designed to harden. It is designed to act like concrete. You basically just poured concrete into our drains. Is it a horrible expense to fix? No. Is it an expense? Yes. So, when we buy a property, a shell, we renovate that property, and we get a tenant for that property, we expect to have certain expenses. And if you're going to be investing in real estate, you need to expect those expenses as well. It's not going to be, I think, as a lot of the podcasts and it really does surprise me, a lot of the credible podcasts, it just shocks me that they say that, because I know that cannot be their experience. It certainly is not the experience here in Philadelphia. I don't think I've ever taken a newly renovated property on to manage, or a new construction property, without having significant repairs. So, all right, just want to pass that on. And as always, happy investing.